Alright, so let's just be real here. Let's be adults. We're not children. Let's be mathematical, logical, rational. You know what it's like when money's tight. You know what it's like when things are hard and the money stops, you lose your job. You know what it's like when you ain't got money to pay the bills. Well, guess what? These rich motherfuckers that we bow to and serve and fuel and empower, the tyranny that we empower, feels the same way we do. If we stop working their jobs, if we stop fueling their economies, they would start to feel exactly how we feel. They would start to realize that the power that they have is only power that we voluntarily give them in ignorance. Mahatma Gandhi, Google it, the salt march. India and Pakistan are free countries right now because of what Mahatma Gandhi did. They used to be ruled over the British Empire, who did exactly what our countries are doing now. They ruled with a heel on throat, demanding love and obedience and allegiance to their tyranny, compliance. This whole system of I will take your money, but you are not educated or deserving enough to know what I do with it. The confidential and the illegal activity that they are not held accountable for legally. Google your cost of living wage in your state and then look at what the minimum wage is. Your politicians, whom supposed to serve the people, are serving the banks who buy and pay politicians. The president of your country, the leader of your country. In divine law, the duty of a true king or leader is to serve its people, not to exalt themselves up on the backs of the people or to whore themselves out to the richest person in the land. A leader of a country is supposed to, yes, lead the country, but serve the country. What we have here is leaders who whore themselves out to the highest bidder. And we bow and comply with tyranny. But the mathematics that I was talking about, the mathematics to tyranny is simply this, friend. Tyranny is possible with the compliance of the people who it exalts itself up off their backs. If the people stand up, the one on their back will fall. If we don't work for FedEx and Walmart and Amazon and buy their gas, if we don't buy their overpriced food at Big Y and Stop and Shop and these supermarkets that charge you 5 times the value of a product, if we don't buy their gas when they decide, even though they won all their wars and they stole all their gas and they made all their deals lying about WMDs and 9/11, if we don't buy their gas when they say, oh, today it's going to be $5 a gallon, but tomorrow it's going to be $3 a gallon, but then the next day it's going to be $6 a gallon, because, you know, I can. Or the jobs, right? I live in Massachusetts. If I Google the living wage in Massachusetts, it says $54 an hour. But Kamala and Donald Duck ain't talking about, I want to make the living wage what the living wage is. No, they talking about, what are they talking about? Huh? Lying about each other? Fighting? Killing babies? Letting child molesters and rapists walk free? Free as a bird? Who do they care about? Who's paying their bills? What's my point? My point is the power of the people, my friend. What does that mean? This is mathematics, all right? You know what it's like to not have money, right? It fucking sucks. It creates a fire in you, basically of desperation to do whatever it takes to get that money. Whether you do somebody dirty or you go even dirtier, bend over and work for FedEx. Make FedEx rich. just over broke. That's a job, just over broke. It's an acronym. These tyrants are just like you. We're all the same, bro. If we stop doing their dirty work and making them filthy rich, they're gonna get desperate. What happened at the Salt March back when Mahatma Gandhi showed the power of the people was the people in power, their bank accounts stopped. You feel me? People refused to go to work. People refused to buy their shit. So the economy crashed. Now these rich billionaires and millionaires started to feel it. Oh shit, I'm only rich because these people were doing what I wanted them to do as I straight up hustled their asses. Now they're not working for me. What am I going to do? So what did they do? They started shooting people. But it didn't work. Because they weren't afraid to die. They refused to live that life any longer. It wasn't right. It wasn't fair. And they saw the power they had. These people cannot be rich off our backs if we're not working for them. You feel me? And they're going to get desperate just like you will. You know? You think that like making, I don't know, let's say $25,000, $100,000 a year. You think like all of a sudden not having access to that money is stressful and rough, right? Imagine making $200 billion profit a year and now all of a sudden you're getting zero. Do you know how desperate these motherfuckers are going to be? Because they got mansions to pay for. They got boats to pay for. They got bills just like us. And they got a master too. You know? They're bought and paid for too. They got them loans. They got to pay back. So what happens? What happened in India is the British government came to the table and they had to renegotiate. And what was the renegotiation? Was no, y'all British need to get the F out. This is going to be Pakistan and India. And that's what it is. And you know, just like Martin Luther King Jr. said, no more of this racist bullshit. Like, you're not going to judge me because the color of the melanin in my skin. You're going to judge me because of the content to my character. But Gandhi and Martin Luther King, once they showed this and it worked, what happened? They killed him. You know why they killed him? Because they were afraid of what they were going to do next. They're afraid of what we're going to do next. But they couldn't erase it because this is when we had cameras already. They couldn't lie like they used to and erase it. If you Google it and research it, we have the Million Man March on record. We have the Salt March in India on record. There's no reason for you to live the rest of your life not knowing that it has been mathematically proven that the people, the power of the people, us, the working force, the fucking country itself is the people. It is not these rulers who whore themselves out to banks. We have all the power. And the only reason it is the way it is because we are giving all our power to them to rule us, standing on our backs, treating us like ignorant children. $16 an hour minimum wage to a $54 living wage, realistically? Come on, man. How much taxes do we pay? And what do they do for us? They set us against each other with stupid bullshit. Why is there two parties in this country? Why do you got this fucking Donald Duck talking about Make America Great Again? What the fuck are you talking about, Make America Great Again? When was it great? When you dropped nukes on fucking civilians? When you fucking lied about WMDs? When women had no right to vote or own property? When we had fucking slaves exclusively to one fucking color of skin? When the fuck was America great again? You guys actually believe this billionaire gives a fuck about you? Huh? What did he tell you to do when COVID happened? Drink bleach? That's fucking hilarious. Right? You stupid motherfuckers actually gonna vote for this jackass? And Kamala's the same, bro. Is Kamala talking about killing child molesters and rapists? Is Kamala talking about making minimum wage equal to the living wage? No. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about me. And the only reason they're there is because we are giving them our power and attention. If we refuse to work their jobs, if we refuse to buy their overpriced bullshit, they would fucking freak out. And they would come to the table and want to renegotiate. And that's when the power of the people could actually create